Battle to ban burqa handed a boost as 12,000 Express readers urge Cameron to act. The battle to ban the burqa in Britain was handed a huge boost today after a whopping 97% of Express readers urged the government to take action. The overwhelming majority of more than 12,000 respondents to a survey on the Express website agreed with the statement that the full-face veil is oppressive and at odds with British culture, after a top politician called for it to be outlawed. Earlier this week, UKIP deputy leader Paul Nuttall urged David Cameron to use International Women's Day to make a bold move for gender equality and bring in a ban. Of the 10,524 people who voted in the online poll today, an astonishing 97% supported that position, whilst just 3% said no action is necessary because they believe people should be free to dress as they please. The burqa has long been a controversial issue in British politics, with critics saying it represents chauvinism and the subjugation of women. The burqa isn't religious, it's cultural, but defenders of the full body-length dress, which includes a veil obscuring the entire face, argue that women are choosing to wear it in accordance with their beliefs. Many Muslim scholars have pointed out that the burqa is not a religious requirement in Islam, but is rather a cultural practice which emerged in some Middle Eastern countries. Calling for it to be outlawed today, North West of England MEP Mr Nuttall accepted that some women may wear the burqa by choice, but argued many others are forced to. He said the garment is an intolerable symbol of gender inequality, adding that it is in the best interests of women across Britain to see it banned. We need to protect the genuine choice of those that feel pressure to wear a face veil. We need to protect our children from the possibility of thinking such a gender inequality is tolerable. And I hope those that want to wear a veil will understand why a ban is vital. It is to protect the rights of their fellow women who may not be as lucky as they are and don't have a genuine choice. Surely there's a sacrifice most compassionate people would be prepared to make. Some prominent voices amongst the British Muslim community have also called for an end to the burqa, including campaigner Haseeb Ahmed, who has launched a fight for more understanding between communities to combat homegrown extremism. He told The Express, "Some people might be gobsmacked, but I'm fully in support of the burqa being banned. It should not be worn in the UK. People should be aware of where they're living. They aren't in Pakistan and it's not 1985. The burqa isn't religious, it's cultural, an old Arab tradition. In Islam you're only supposed to wear a headscarf." Prominent Muslim columnist Yasmin Alibhai-Brown has also called for a new law banning the burqa, which he branded a perversion of our faith and a dreadful garment. But critics of such bans, which are in force in France, Holland, Belgium and Italy, have argued they curb personal freedom and are motivated more by racism than a fight for equal rights. After the French Burka ban was introduced, Shami Chakrabarti, director of the UK human rights pressure group Liberate, said it has nothing to do with gender equality and everything to do with rising racism in Western Europe. She added, "How do you liberate women by criminalising their clothing? If you suspect bruises under a burqa, why punish the victim? And if you disapprove of the wearer's choices, how does banishing her from public engagement promote liberal attitudes? How would we know if this woman was a victim of violence if no one can see her face? Is this one of the reasons why Muslim women wear the burqa, to hide the abuse from others?" Several petitions have been handed to the government calling for a burqa ban in recent years, with one that closed in January attracting more than 20,000 signatures. In its mandatory written response, Number 10 said the government sees no need for measures restricting what people can wear in public places, support the rights of individuals in keeping with Britain's tradition of freedom and fairness. The burqa could also be used for terrorism, hiding somebody's identity to get out of the country because they are wanted for an act of terrorism against our country. No one knows if that's a man or a woman under that burqa. The burqa is a cultural thing, not a religious thing, and should be banned in UK for reasons they may be used for an act of terrorism. UK people also find the burqa very intimidating and threatening, not knowing who is under the burqa, and this is not in line with the UK culture. In effect, it's not a racist thing, it's a cultural thing, so anyone saying we're being racist would be wrong in saying that. Thank you for watching and please subscribe and leave comments below. Thank you.